Shalom, shalom. My name is Marakad, Officer Marakad, that is, of the Bunyan Yasharala and the Mashara Yasharala. Back at you with another video. Um, hey, all praises to the Most High. Give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. And we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, give praises to Him at all times. All right, do that. Make sure you remember that. Don't forget that. These last days, you need to pray without ceasing. All right. So, hey, make sure you pay attention to the banner. All right. Those that are my Friday night to Saturday night Sabbath holders. All right. Tabernacles, 9:30. Actually, you want to take off the 1st of October, the Day of Atonement. You want to take off the 26th. Okay. Feast of Trumpets coming up this Wednesday night. All right. So you want to make sure you take off the 17th. Okay. So pay attention to the banner. Pay attention to that. All right. So this video right here is, just like it's called, Isaiah broke down John 3:16 before John broke down John 3:16. And John was basically telling you what Isaiah said. Okay? He just reiterating. That's how they read the Tanakh and they read the Torah, because they start repeating and reiterating what's in the Tanakh and the law. You gotta pay attention to that. All right. So let me get to this real quick. I'm gonna bring this out. This is gonna be a good breakdown. This is a milk breakdown, okay? For those who don't understand what I'm doing, this is just a milk breakdown, and it's very important to always update breakdowns. Okay, you always update. You never leave them the same, because Christians are always trying to debunk us with lies. So we got to come up with emphatic truth that they can't refute. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up with emphatic truth that they can't refute. Okay. So let me share this real quick, and I'm going to get with y'all. All right. Oh, praises to the Most High. Yahweh. Let me share this real quick. Real quick. Salakia. But how y'all doing? Hey, the water to those who pray for me. Your boy been under the weather. All right. I'm gonna go tomorrow and get tested, but I've been feeling a little better. My fever ain't been, I ain't been hitting no fevers, what I'm saying, besides a little tonight. So the water to everybody that put me into their prayers and that prayed for me. Trust me, none of them prayers would have worked unless I had the faith. Okay. So with my works, everything goes together. Okay. So the water to everybody that prayed for me and kept me in their prayers. Hey, I love y'all, and I appreciate everything y'all do for me. And the water to those who are watching this video. All right, pay attention. I'm just going to share this real quick, and we're going to get started. Hey, this is a good breakdown that they cannot refute. Okay? They cannot. I'm making sure that. Okay? Because this is going to dagger. I don't get tested, but I've been feeling a little better. This is going to cut them down, man. No Christian will ever be able to come against John 3:16 after this. I guarantee you that. Okay? Okay, let me share this real quick. I'm going to go over here, share that, boom. Come over here again. Let me share that right there. And you gotta feed the sheep, man. You gotta leave the food out for them so the sheep can eat. Brothers and sisters gonna come and get this food, get this milk. This is just a milk breakdown. This is not meat. I don't want to give nobody meat. I want to give y'all all milk, because everybody keeps trying to eat the meat before you drink the milk, and they choking real bad, and they gassing out because they so worried about the milk. All right, trust me. Be occupied in prophecy for one, but at the same time, you must stick to the milk, because a lot of y'all is choking, and the meat is not for you. By reason, some of y'all are able to do it, but hey, Why y'all just choking horribly, man? It's just the meat's not for everybody. All right, I'm almost done. Give me just a second. I'm almost done. And like I said, no Christian will be able to come up against this. Trust me when I say that. You cut them up with this, all right? And that's why I'm putting it out there so y'all can just cut Christians up with this. But bring them back to the fold, all right? Don't get nasty with them, but be humble in the spirit, man. Be humble in the spirit. I'm almost done saving this, all right? I'm almost done saving this, okay? Almost done. And I hope everybody's having a good night. It's 10:33 p.m. Pacific time over here in San Diego, California. All right. If anybody want to know, I'm always campaigning on Mondays and Fridays over off of University in Fairmont. That's where you'll catch me with the Akia brothers out there pushing this truth and sincerity, okay? At all times, okay? So I'm not out there right now because I'm under the weather. All right. So forgive me because I know the Most High has. All right. Hey, he's long suffering, merciful, and gracious at all times, man. So if he can, y'all can. And I'll be out there. To the people that are waiting for us to get out there and do the work. I had a couple other brothers that got sick too. And it's mostly smoke exposure. That smoke exposure messed with a lot of people, especially me, because it can't be COVID what I have because I'm not fatigued at all, man. It's hard for me to go to sleep. If I had COVID, I'd be asleep. I'd be very weak and sleep, man. It's hard for me to go to sleep. Truth be told, you know. So here we go. My last post. Boom. Did that already. Let me get my precepts in front of me. And keep thy precepts. Bind them up in thy hand. Okay. All right. Here we go. Everybody turn to John 3:16, Baba Kashai. Now watch this. We finna cut Christians up with this, man. 16:11. Here we go. This is John chapter 3 and verse 16. And it reads, For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Now you got to pay attention to key points when you read these scriptures, okay? And you got to pay attention to commas. You got to stop for a little bit, take a breath, okay? Because Christians don't do that, man. They'll zip right through there. It's like, okay, cool. So, for God so loved the world. Who is this world? All right. What is he talking about? All right. Let's see. Let's share. Let me share my screen with y'all so we can have a better idea. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna share my audio with y'all so y'all can hear me. Get my screen going. Share. If y'all can see my screen, hey, just hit 1. Baba Kashai, hit 1 if you can hit my screen. If you can see my screen, and hit 2 if you can hear me. Baba Kashai, those who are on. If you can hear me, please hit 2. If you can see my screen, please hit 1. Baba Kashai, walk the water. Okay? Remember, pay attention to the banner. All right? Here we go. Let me see. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. So we had John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I don't want to keep going over that. We know we're dealing with the word world right here, right? So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go pretty fast over things I know y'all understand. But the way I do this breakdown, no Christian can refute it. All right, this is what you do to him. All right, you get him in a trick bag and you cut him up righteously. Here we go. So cosmos, all right, that's multiple worlds. Multiple worlds. Everybody understand the cosmos. There's multiple worlds when it comes to that. Okay, multiple worlds. Let's see. Outline of biblical usage, an apt and harmonious arrangement, or constitution, order, or government. Right? Shalak. I'm tripping. Shalak, just a second. Just a second. Sorry about that, y'all. I forgot my notes on something. All right. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. So, government, constitution, order, harmonious arrangement. Right? What's a constitution? A constitution is a body of fundamental principles, right? That's the constitution. Laws, social codes, rules, rights, and principles. All right, a government, a government that follows standards and principles, moral laws, four moral laws: moral, civil, dietary, and ceremonial. Okay, this government follows those, and they follow order. Okay, boom. The world, the universe. So here we go. Now that I showed you that, now that I showed you what it's talking about when it said world, you got to understand the world is talking about a government. And we're going to go somewhere else to show you that somebody else was already talking about this. John got it from somebody else. All right. Here we go. So now we finna go to John 1 and 6 real quick. I just want to show you something. Oh. This is John chapter 1, verse 6. We're going to read to 12. All right. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. Right? Verse 8. He was not the light, but was sent to bear witness of the light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. See, that come into the world, not Rome, not Greece, not Babylonia. It's not talking about the whole world. It's talking about the government. I showed you that. A harmonious arrangement. People that stick to laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? And watch this. Verse 10 is very important. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Remember that. And the world knew him not. Pay attention to that because I'm going to hit that up again. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. Right? So let's hit that up. Now that's two. Let's go over here real quick. I can't spell, y'all. I ain't going to even pretend like I can. I can read, though. It's like it. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 17. Now, the Tanakh came before the New Testament. All right, we're not in the New Covenant. All right, I'm going to let that know right now. I'm not going to get into that. But check this out. It's Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. He's saying it again. Well, this is being said according to Isaiah in 45 and 17. Isaiah 45 and 17. John is saying the same thing, but in a different way. All right, let's go over here real quick. Isaiah 9 and 6. Watch this. Man. They ain't gonna be able to. They ain't gonna be able to mess with this. Watch where I go next. Watch this. It's Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, shall be upon his shoulder. The world. And the new and John, the world is the government, and the world shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Boom. So you got in John, right? He's talking about the government. He's talking about the cosmos. Then John 1 through 6 is 12, right? He's talking about the world knew him not. The world is the government, all right? In John 1 through 6 through 12 and John 3:16, the world is the government. Then I went to Isaiah 45 and 17. It said world without end. Then I went to back some, Isaiah 9 and 6. For unto us a child is born, right? So let's go over there real quick. Let's go over here real quick before we go where I want to go, just to show you something, because this gonna cut them up. So it's Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sin. Right? So what is it talking about? For unto us a son is born. Isaiah 9 and 6. For unto us a child is born. Matthew 1 and 21 speaks of that child. Right? Now what's going on? You got Isaiah and you got John speaking of the same thing. Why is that? Let's talk to who the world ignorantly calls Christ. Let's see what Christ got to say about this. There's something going on here. All right. Let's see what Christ got to say about this. Matthew 11 and 10. Let's see what Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, got to say about this. Okay. Matthew 11, verse 10. For this is he of whom is for this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. Talking about Esau and them, all these other nations. Watch this, not done. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which for to come. Straight cut. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Because John is Elias. So if John is Elias, John is speaking the same thing that Isaiah is speaking about. Wow. Do John know? Do John know that he's Elias? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But this is where you go to cut them deep. Because they're going to say, you just cherry picking. No, I'm not cherry picking. John is Elias. Isaiah said the same thing John said. You can't refute that if they're the same person. The Most High, knowing Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Christ, just said that John is Isaiah. Boom, clear cut case. But I'm not done, because you always got to keep cutting them deep, because now they're listening. Now they're listening to you. Okay. Now they're listening to you and they're getting an understanding, and you want to go even further to expound on this. It's all about edification. So edify, build with them. So let's build a little bit more. All right. Here we go. Let's go to James 4 and 4. To let you know, we already proved what the world was. So let's prove also that this world they're talking about, the Most High don't not like this world. Watch this. is James chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. Hold on again. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. See, how can the Most High God Yahweh be saying he sent his son to die for the world if he's telling you, if you like this world, you are an enemy. You are a competition with him. That's enmity. You're at competition with him. He's trying to win his people over. And I showed you who Christ came to save in Matthew 1 and 21. All right. So here we go again. Let's go to John 17 and 9 real quick. Let's keep it moving. This is John chapter 17, verse 9. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Okay, imagine if I said, I pray not for the world, but I pray for them which thou hast given me. Like somebody gave me somebody. And then I'm like, for they are thine. That means there's a certain people that who are an elect. They have been chosen to be mine under me. I'm ruling over them. That's what tells you Matthew 1 and 21. He should save his people. Why? For they are thine. We belong to the king under the commands of his father Yahweh. Okay? Under Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So now we still cutting them up. Now we still edifying. So let me stop saying cutting them up. It's about edification and building with them. Now we building. Now we going somewhere. We building real strong with these people, okay? We got them to understand that Isaiah is John. We went to John. We went to two chapters in John. Then we went to 2 chapters in Isaiah. All right. Then we went to Matthew, and then we went to Matthew's to prove Christ said John is Isaiah. He that have ear to hear, let him hear. So, okay, let's move over to the whosoever real quick. All right. So I got to repeat this again for edification's sake. All right. It's always good to repeat things to people. The Most High is very repetitive when he says things over and over and over. So I got to be just like the Most High. Be perfect like thy Father is in heaven. Okay, this is John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world, see, James 4 and 4 says, if you love this world, no. But he said, for God so loved the world in John 3:16 that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. So if something's in him, it's the truth. If you believe the truth that Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is saying, hey, you should have everlasting life. Okay? So let's see the whosoever. All right? Let's prove who's the whosoever. Let's go to Luke 18 and 7 real quick. I want to go by there. It's just important. Oh, yeah. All right. This is Luke 18 and 7. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth. Why? For them who are thine, right? Let's find them that who are thine, all right? He's going to find faith, according to Luke 18 and 8. He's going to find faith. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth. So let's keep going. Let's build. Let's show him what we're talking about, okay? All right. Let's go to Isaiah 65 and 9 because that's John. He said it before. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains. That's Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And mine elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. Boom. Straight edification, man. Now we getting somewhere, man. You done open their mind up. You done open their mind up. You can wake the dead. You can open the eyes of the blind with this, man. It's just how you use it. Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, you'll be able to open the eyes of the blind. We got to get them to understand this right here, okay? So let's go. Let's continue on doing it, okay? Let's see if we can do it a little more. Let's go to Isaiah 44 and 1 real quick. Let's go a little more. This is Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Isaiah, which is John, said it here in Isaiah. So we went to Luke, and it shall not God avenge his own elect? Luke said the same thing. His servant is elect. Thus, verse 2, thus saith the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. Jerusalem. Jeshurun is Jerusalem. Okay? So, that's who the elect is. We really get into the whosoever. And once I put the whosoever in there, you're going to see who's the elect. And they cannot refute anything that has ever been said. Now, if they don't turn over, just the Most High is not trying to open the door for them. So let's go a little bit more. Let's go to Amos. Amos. Let's go Amos 3 and 7. It's Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord would do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Those are the elect, us brothers that are over here on these highways and byways, brother. We the prophets. That's been here since the world began. Luke 1, 72, I believe. I may be wrong, but I know it's Luke 70 something, okay? It's in there. I'll find it. You find it. Go ahead. But servants, the prophets. Now we're building. We are building. Okay? So let's go to another precept, Isaiah 45 and 4. Let's build a little more. Isaiah 45 and 4. It's Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Didn't they say that in John 1 and 10? We just said that in John 1 and 10. John 1 and 10 it just said it. John, the world knew him not, though thou hast not known me. See, we building here. John said the same thing. All right? Let's go. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Let's go to Acts 13 and 26. Let's just bring it out. Let's bring the carpet out. Let's roll the red carpet out for these brothers to walk on to the Most High. That way they can knock on the door, and Lord willing, the Most High open the door. Okay? So Acts 13 and 26. Let's go there. This is Acts chapter 13 and verse 26. Men and brethren, children of the stock of Abraham, and whosoever among you feareth God, to you is the word of this salvation sent. Here goes a trick bag Christians like to do, man. You gotta be careful with this one, man, because they will try to use this. Children of the stock of Abraham. It's talking about a lot of nations came from Abraham. What about Ishmael? What about the 7 princes and them? So, okay, cool. All right, brother. I know what you're talking about. So let's go up a little further. So this is Acts 13 and 21. And afterward, they desired a king, and God gave unto them Saul, the son of Cis. a man of the tribe of Benjamin, by the space of 40 years. Salah. Verse, verse 22. And when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I found David the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, a man after my own heart. That means he's just like the Most High. The Most High loves him because he's just like him. Okay? Which shall fulfill all my will. Of this man's seed hath God, according to his promise, raised unto Israel a Savior, Jesus. Matthew 1 and 21. Cutting. Okay? I said I'm going to stay off of cutting. Edifying. He's walking on the red carpet. 24. When John had first preached before his coming the baptism of repentance to all the people of Israel, and as John fulfilled his course, he said, Whom think ye that I am? I am not he. But behold, there cometh one after me, whose shoes of his feet I am not worthy to loose. Men and brethren, children of the stock of Abraham, and whosoever among you feareth God, to you is the word of this salvation sent. Edified, they're walking on the red carpet, their hand is almost at the door. Almost at the door. Okay? So let's go. Let's put their hands up to the door. Let them stand in front of the door where the Most High tells the angel to look out the people for them. Okay? Let's go. Acts. Here we go. This is Acts chapter 2, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. See, and then they'll go crazy. Like, hold on, brother. There's a period. Now watch this. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among by miracles and wonders and signs which God did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. Again is saying Israel. Again and again and again we're proving it. We already proved that Isaiah was John. John is Isaiah. Now there's no refuting. Paul's saying, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses may every matter be established. Man, we are proving things. We are edifying. We are building with this brother. Now he's at the door. Hey, the Most High is looking out the peephole. We got to get him to knock. Okay? So let's see. Did John know he was Isaiah? Because he was sure repeating a lot of things from Isaiah. Did John know he was Isaiah? Let's find out. Let's go to John 1 and 19. Let's go to John 1 and 19. Let's see if John knew that he was Isaiah. Because this is going to have that brother thinking like, man, I never seen this before. How y'all know this was there? Hey, brother, you got to study. And this is John chapter 1, verse 19. And this is the record of John, when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, Who art thou? And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the Christ. And they asked him, What then? Art thou Elias? And he said, I am not. Art thou that prophet? Talking about Elias. And he answered, No. So John did not know he was Elias, but Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, does. Right? So 22. Then said they unto him, Who art thou? That we may give an answer to them that sent us. What sayest thou of thyself? Let's see. He said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophets Esaias. And they which were sent were of the Pharisees. And they asked him and said unto him, Why baptizest thou then, if thou be not the Christ, nor Elias, neither that prophet? John answered them, saying, I baptize with water, but there sendeth one among you, whom ye know not. He it is who cometh after me, is preferred before me, whose shoes latchet I am not worthy to unloose. That's the end of that. That brother should be knocking on that door. He should be sitting there still listening to this breakdown and listening to more. To understand that John 3:16, Isaiah broke it down already. Clearly. Okay? Isaiah broke it down. John broke it down. Paul said a lot of things about it. Okay? So it's an understanding. It's the build that we got to build with people, and we got to make sure we roll that red carpet out for them to the Most High. Okay, we got to do our jobs, make sure we do them. And with that, I give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. And when I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Shemai, Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Yahweh Ached, Hero Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Khan. Here we go. Here we go. So pay attention right here to the banner. Feast of Trumpets, Tabernacles, 30, Day of Atonement. Pay attention, man. All right. This is for my Friday night to Saturday night Sabbath keepers. All right. All right. Here we go. So with that, Shalom, y'all. I hope y'all been edified through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem and Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And I hope I did a good job for y'all, edify you and building with you to help you break this down to people and give them a better understanding where they can't run. All right. Shalom.